say something, I'm giving up on you.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? Hello everyone, and welcome to day 26 of Terrorthon Black Widows. If you're not familiar with the term, it essentially means a husband killer, a woman who has decided she's had enough, maybe she wants a little bit of life insurance money, and murders her husband. It's more common than you might believe, and we're going to get into some of the more famous examples right now. So we're going to start with an older example which is not talked about anywhere near as much as it should be. Belle Gunness. She operated from the 1880s up until 1908 and was responsible for between 13 and 42 murders. What she would do is she would place wanted ads in the papers, and then she would make pen pals with men, and then eventually she would invite them to come live with her, where she would then poison them and then hack their bodies up with hammers and saws to collect the life insurance money. And then in 1908, with the possible help of an accomplice, she burned the farm down, destroying all evidence. Catherine Knight. Now, before she murdered anyone, she placed her 2-month-old daughter on a railway line and then went into the local town with an axe and began threatening people, so early warning signs. And then a couple of years after this incident, she got into a relationship with a man named John Price. They had many arguments, and one day this culminated in John telling his co-workers that if he didn't come into work the next day, he'd been killed. And he didn't come in. He was found having been stabbed 37 times that night, and then, most disturbingly of all, Knight decapitated him and then cooked his body with vegetables, and then attempted to serve his body parts to Price's children. Catherine Knight was arrested in 2000. Susan Wright. Convicted in 2004, Susan tied her husband to the bed and stabbed him 193 times, and then buried his body in the back garden, all for a $200,000 life insurance policy. She said in court, "I couldn't stop stabbing him. I couldn't stop. I knew as soon as I stopped, he was going to get the knife back and he was going to kill me. I didn't want to die." Jodi Arias. You may have known about this case. She's been quite viral in the past couple of years. She was arrested in June 2008 after murdering her boyfriend Travis Alexander in a fit of jealousy because Travis had a new girlfriend at the time and Jodi murdered him right after a night of sex. He was stabbed between 27 and 29 times, he had his throat slit, and he also got a gunshot to the head for his troubles. Betty Newmar. She was also arrested in June 2008. Busy month for Black Widows, I suppose. She was known as the Black Widow Granny because of her old age. She hired hitmen to shoot and kill 3 of her husbands, and then her 4th husband she murdered herself, all by means of gunshot. Shizaku Kakahi. Arrested in 2014, Shizaku Kakahi murdered at least 3 men and attempted murder on a 4th, but she was also suspected of 7 other deaths. Her modus operandi was cyanide poisoning immediately after sex, and she had collected over 1 billion yen in life insurance money over 10 years. Now that's all pretty heavy stuff, so let us all take a moment to laugh at this idiot Dalia DiPolito, who tried to solicit a hitman to murder her husband, but it was all captured by the TV show Cops. She was caught on camera trying to do everything, and even faking surprise and sadness when her husband, as far as she knew, died. Look it up on YouTube, it's a scream. And that is a small sample of Black Widows committing mariticide. You know what they say, fellas, don't stick your dick in crazy. See you tomorrow.